Welcome to part 3 of the Fishbowl with Miles Teller. This one's all about Whiplash, and of course it's probably his most critically acclaimed movie, but it's the movie that he might have made the least doing.
I wanted to talk about Whiplash. So Whiplash is a movie that a lot of people kind of like were introduced to you that weren't watching your early stuff, and I felt like you deserve more credit for that movie.
They're
by
not
the way,
bandwagon fans, dude.
yeah, well they're not like the John Mayer fans that knew John Mayer
Yep.
before.
Yep.
So that movie has serious issues in and of itself because, like, to me, I was watching and it was football parallel of overcoaching, tough love. Like,
Yeah, a lot of athletes, even for me, someone asked me, because I played in bands, and they said, "Do you ever have, a band teacher like that?" I was like, "No."
Is it
but
real?
I had a, what?
is that how it is?
I mean, it was based, absolutely. You get in those pretty high echelon art programs, it's very, because music's all about, just like sports, all about repetition.
Right.
When you're practicing, it's just, you're working on scales, you're working on all these things, and there is no gray area.
Right.
It's not The Dead where no show is the same because they're,
Right.
they improv and they trust each other to just, go there. No,
This
it's
is
right and wrong.
one misstep and you're fucked.
Yeah.
So when I'm walking away from that movie, am I thinking that J.K. Simmons is a villain, or because what I thought was cool about it was when I finished the whole movie, I was like, this fucking asshole, he's the villain.
Yeah.
And then you walk away and you're like, not so fast. I don't know what to think of him.
Yeah. And
What did
that's
you-
good. I mean, and that's good. Hopefully characters are being portrayed more and more with, a bit hypocritical or just, a little more complicated. I think is always more interesting. But yeah, I think there's a lot of kids who wish they had anybody in their life
Yeah.
that cared about something they were doing as much as, JK does. There's so many kids that just didn't have that figure in their life.
They had nothing.
Yeah. He goes probably a little too
A little
far.
overboard.
But Andrew was able to achieve what he wanted to achieve, and JK's character was able to achieve, he always wanted that one student that he knew could be great.
JK's from Missoula.
Yeah.
Yeah, I vacation up there every summer. I'm like, he's like the most famous guy from Missoula. But JK, to me, he's one of those actors that I know him from Oz, right? Did you ever watch Oz?
Yeah.
And I know him from Whiplash mainly, and that's where
Yeah.
most everybody knows him.
But a lot of people also know him as the dad from Juno.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
And then also, he's also the voice of the Yellow M&M.
Is he the voice of the Yellow
Yeah,
M&M?
dude. And then the commercials, the Farmers Insurance.
I know you're gonna say he is. Is he a nice guy?
He's awesome.
There's
Huge
no-
baseball guy.
There's just no way he does it
Huge
so.
Detroit Tigers fan.
That's why he's so miserable in his movies. He's so angry in his movies because he's a Tigers fan.
And he also played the coach of the Tigers in that Kevin Costner movie where he throws the, I don't know if he throws a no-hitter. Yeah, he throws a no-hitter against the Yankee Perfect Game? Yeah, so I
Perfect
guess
Game.
he throws a perfect game.
Really? So
He doesn't throw a no-hitter.
Very aptly.
He
But
threw-
technically, he threw a no-hitter.
Threw a no-hitter with no...
You can throw a no-hitter and a
Absolutely.
perfect game.
Square's a rectangle, rectangle.
did both.
Square, yeah.
What'd you just say?
Was that a square? It could be a rectangle. Rectangle can't be a square.
Okay. I need some of what you're... That's pretty fucking awesome. But JK, to me, like, it's impossible to imagine. I guess this is what makes a great actor. One of the things is that, like, he's so convincing that if I met him, I'd be intimidated by him because of his roles.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with, like...
He's got a huge range. I mean, he can do comedy with the best of them. He can do drama with the best of them.
Yeah.
And he's the yellow M&M.
Right. But if something resonates really
I'm
hard
still
with
waiting
you,
for my yellow M&M. That's the ticket.
you
dude.
want to do a voiceover?
That's the ticket. Yeah.
The voiceover shit?
Yeah, man.
Is
It's
that
just
good
like,
money to
or
do?
do some type of campaign that just plays in other parts of the world where
Right.
it's not kind of attached to my
Right.
career, but as a way to supplement income.
Right.
You always want to supplement income because I never want to be in a position where I have to do this movie to pay my rent. That's most actors, right?
Right.
Obviously, certain actors, you start living a certain lifestyle, you have certain tastes, and you want to keep affording that. But I'm good
That's
on
why athletes go broke.
what.
Because they're used to a lifestyle and then they retire and the money's not coming in anymore. They want to live the same as they lived in that rat race.
Yeah.
Where they watch all their friends doing, like, buy an X car, this, that, and the third. And that's why guys go broke.
Did they give you guys, within the team, do you guys get financial advisors or people that kind of, yeah.
we get like a liability meeting where they tell you, don't hit your wife, Don't drive drunk. Don't have loaded guns in the house just sitting
Yeah,
around.
dude, I mean,
and don't go broke.
Odubel Herrera,
It's an hour.
Philly starting. He was our starting center field before this year. Oh no, sorry, still starting center field this year, and then Andrew McCutcheon moved over there. But yeah, Odubel Herrera, man, he's suspended for the rest of this year for domestic violence.
And he should. And I don't know what you think, but I think like a Tyreek Hill or any of these guys. I know like you should get 2 strikes and you should give everybody a chance to change. But if you're a repeat offender, to me, it's like get the fuck out, dude.
I mean, and obviously you got to let the court system figure it out, because there's a lot of things I'm not going to speak on anybody's relationship that I don't necessarily know. But if this woman is, I don't know, saying something, especially if there's some images backing it up, man, like that's, I don't know, I think.
Yeah, there's kids watching.
If you're getting 2 strikes in that category,
right?
You need to be. And I'm all about people reforming. Like
me too.
That's fine, but
me too.
That's pretty bad stuff, man.
We as a society, I think that's one issue that we're kind of selective on. I mean, like to me, and this is something that would be very unpopular for me to say, but the NFL draft this year. Jim, did you watch?
Yeah, I watched some of it. Yeah.
It's so overhyped. The fucking Jim Brown, the week of the Tyreek Hill stuff, is making the Browns pick, and everybody's giving him an ovation. Jim Brown, his rap sheet. Have you seen?
Nah.
Go Google Jim Brown's rap sheet. So to me as a league and as a society, we only started acting like we cared about that shit when Ray Rice got busted on video. Yeah. The video makes everything worse, right?
Dude. That video is.
It's hard to watch.
Oh my God.
But if you read Ray Rice was in a domestic altercation, it doesn't drive it home.
Right.
And I think that's what it took for most people. And that issue is, I think it's prevalent in society in general, and football's a cross section, but they had to get a better handle on that. Took a dark turn here. Whiplash, you made $8,000. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, it was, I think, so we shot the movie in a month, so 4 weeks, and I got $4,000 a week, so it was $16,000, but then after agent, manager, lawyer, whatever, all that stuff, I netted.
Yeah.
$8,000, yeah.
Jesus. So do you, and this
critically... But that wasn't a deterrent at all for me to, do it.
Yeah.
That's just what it is a lot of the time. With these independent movies, you're basically doing it for, nothing.
Nothing. I think some people have to start their career out. I'm sure it's like this in acting. A lot of guys might have to start off and do whatever it takes to make a buck, and then they get into the stuff, projects.
Well, absolutely, and I think obviously because with acting, you're considered an artist. So
right.
So the people with that, they'll say, oh, you're selling out or what are you doing? But it's tough with acting because I'm not casting myself. So first of all, I only have whatever opportunities are being offered to me by the director and the studios. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those jobs where people will really criticize you for not making necessarily as much money as you can. And there's just a huge divide. Studios aren't really making dramas now.
Right.
So if you want to do something that maybe does speak a little more honestly to the parts you want to play, that might be an independent film. Independent films, you're making less than $10,000 a film.
But they're the good. They're the good ones.
Yeah, no, they're great. It's a fine balance, man, and also it's like when films that I've been able to do, and I've never done anything solely for money. I wouldn't know how to act in something that I didn't feel some connection to. With that being said, the movies that I've done that have put some money in my pocket, like what that money has been able to do, what I've been able to use that money for. That's important to me too.
Yeah.
Obviously, my artistic integrity and my career is very important. But hey, man, with that money, I could do this for this family member. I could do this for them. Right. I'm able to provide for things in a way that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So.
But you net $8,000.
Yeah. You
go to shows like the Oscars, probably, right?
Yeah.
With JK and stuff. What is the gift bag worth at the Oscars?
Well, if you just go, you don't get one.
You don't? Fuck me! You didn't give you a gift bag for
if you get nominated, that's.
Did JK throw you some of his gift bag?
Hell no.
What the fuck?
I know, man.
But that gift bag's probably worth.
Oh, they cite they tell you what it's worth kind of every year. I don't know. It's a couple $100,000, dude.
So if you get a couple hundred,
I've been to some gifting suites where you'll get like a trip to, go to Costa Rica or go here, this and that, and I very rarely end up
right,
using them.
right. I mean,
And I can't give them away because they're in my name.
yeah, like on your Rolex, it probably says your name and shit. I mean, like,
I wish I had a Rolex, Chris.
do you?
Yeah.
You don't?
They promised me by coming here.
That you would get a Rolex?
They said you were going to wear the ring.
You got to talk to
And
Brian.
then I was
on-
going to get a.
You gotta talk to-
I'm talking to Keith.
Oh, you
That's
gotta
what I'm
talk
talking
to,
to.
actually, you know who you could talk to is Michael Bay because he's doing
Yeah.
he's getting everybody who's working on that film a Rolex. So when you play,
That's nice.
when you play Howie Roseman,
For Top Gun, actually, Tom got us all Top Gun IWC watches.
did he really?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. They're
That
nice
was
watches.
awesome. I still feel a bit like a phony wearing it because it's what the actual guys wear.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we earned it. We certainly represented those dudes.
Thanks for watching part 3 of the Fishbowl with Miles Teller. Part 4 is all about Tom Cruise.